Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Silver and Black Coffee Hour. My name is Tom Petrini. I'm here with my good friends, Aaron Blackerby. Aaron, what's up?
Spurs Nation, this one's for you.
That can't be your.
That can't be. We said before we gotta pick something that we each say for the voice recognition. And that's a crazy one, my brother. We absolutely cannot let that stay. I'll let you. I'll give you another 2 weeks to think about what you want to try next time.
We'll try.
Zach Montana, what's up?
Yo.
That was.
That's it.
You're always the
like AB.
What's up?
AB had to just send off the rails and then it threw me off.
AB
hit him with the Spurs Nation and pointed at the camera and said, "This is for you." That threw me off.
Look,
I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to recover from that.
That's some stuff you say before you do like a backflip or something.
Right. Or like you hit a half court shot.
Are you gonna do a backflip?
Show's early. We're early in the show, maybe.
Okay.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks. Fost, a combination of first and folks. We're rolling.
Tom.
Welcome.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Comment about how good we're doing at this. We're having a good little day. Good little Monday.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, we've got some Spurs news to discuss. De'Aaron Fox joining or extending his presence with the team.
And we're going to wrap up with some Spurs silliness.
Yes, I'm excited for this. This is one of your silly season, dog days of summer ideas, and I'm really glad we're doing it because, your proposal was let's do, like a Spurs movie pitch, each of us.
Yes.
So
I'll go through the rules once we get there. Also,
I'll probably break them.
Last week, I showcased this little fanny pack that I had made, but it sounds like some people want it. If you want one, drop in the comments that you do.
Hand up on this one, AB. I have to have a talk with you. Next time you make something very cool, you gotta let the boys know you're making something. You gotta make the boys know.
Triples is best.
There's
quadruplicate. We can't forget about Trevor in the corner hitting the ones and twos.
You can't just debut it and be like, that was just like a...
You guys need to
crazy.
Hold on. There's a reason. There's a very personal reason I have a fanny pack. Okay. I'm just like, okay, this would be really cool to put the podcast logo on it. We'll see. Look, it's called R&D. Sometimes you just gotta do something and then see where it goes.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You said there's a very personal reason you have.
I'm not getting into it on the podcast.
Okay. Wow. That's. I mean, you know mine. Which is that I need a place to put my stuff.
Yeah, there's some things I'm just not going to make public.
Wow.
So.
All right.
Mysterious Aaron today.
Keep your secrets.
Spurs Nation, that is not for you.
right.
That part of the podcast is not for the Spurs Nation. Anyway, guys, pretty crazy good news that happened today. De'Aaron Fox signed his a contract extension, 4 years, $229 million. It is ascending, which is pretty interesting. Not typically something we see from the Spurs. And guess what? Everyone online has an opinion about this. So, what are y'all's?
So, I'm afraid, personally. I'm scared, terrified, shaking, angry. What if they have too many talented players?
The Spurs?
Yeah, could be really bad.
Oh man, they have ball handlers all over the place. What a bummer.
They'll be really.
When was the last time we had this many ball handlers, playmakers on the team?
You had Tony Parker and Manu at one point. That was nice.
Yeah.
And
you can throw Timmy in there as a somewhat of a playmaker. But
no, I was gonna say Beno Udrih also on some of those teams.
You had Boris Diaw with those guys as well. So I mean, some playmakers, but I think it's a different type of playmaker. If Boris Diaw moved at that pace, he might hurt himself.
So it's been close to 10 plus years since we've had this many playmakers on the team?
Something like that. That's what we're getting at.
How long has it been since the Spurs were adding talent in hopes of going further or all the way in the playoffs? 17?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point is, like, there was a stat that said the Spurs were the second longest team in the NBA on a playoff drought right now, behind the Hornets. Or the Hornets are the only team in front of us, thank God. It's a bad list to be on when it's 1-2 with the Hornets.
It's true.
I was thinking about that last playoff series today because Paul Millsap was mentioned, and I was like, I saw that guy die. It was awesome.
Game 1, he did.
No disrespect to Paul Millsap, except for all the disrespect that Derek White showed to Paul Millsap in that moment.
Yeah.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
It was. It looked like
pre-COVID. That's a lifetime ago.
The Bryn Forbes, Lonnie Walker, Marco Bellinelli war of 2018.
Don't do that, Tom. People will start having war flashbacks.
Zach, how are you feeling about De'Aaron being signed to the team?
It was expected. Spurs don't make that trade when they do, unless they have a deal already in place. People were a little shocked that he took the full max. I think with everything that transpired last trade deadline, De'Aaron gave the Spurs a list, or gave his team a list, and it said the Spurs. I think the Spurs honored that, what they talked. I mean, at that time, the fact that Steph Castle, the back end of the season, really blossomed, and then you get Dylan Harper, and you're kind of like, well, do they need to do it? It's like, don't be an idiot. Don't burn a bridge with, obviously, Rich Paul, who's a great agent within the NBA. So you don't want to burn that bridge. They had a back. They shook hands in February saying this, when it comes, you're going to get your full max. It's no surprise to anybody. Welcome to San Antonio for 4 more years, De'Aaron. I'm excited you're here, and this is going to be a great time.
Has there been reporting that that's what it was, or like, because in the hours in the day before this, I was seeing, people being like, it's probably not going to be the full max, and I don't know where that thought came from, because when the Spurs made the trade, it was like, it's going to be the max or close to it. I think that lucking into Dylan Harper in the draft, for everybody who likes to play armchair GM and like, oh, well, that now this makes it less of a, we need to do this, and they could, try to squeeze him for a little bit, but you don't try to squeeze the guy who you brought in to be the all-star in his prime,
Or who also squeezed another team to be there too. Like he's
right.
Like
he made the upfront acquisition cost nice and light for the Spurs.
So you can in the back end you could scratch his back too.
Yeah, of course. Just like, this is what I enjoy about this team is, sometimes maybe as outwardly frustrating as it can seem, that they're a team of their word. They're a team that like operates in good faith. I guess what I mean, like, to the frustration part is, like, there was a time, as you alluded to, Zach, where Stephon Castle was really coming on, but we were still starting Chris Paul, and it's like, I don't know if there was a clause in his contract, or if it was just like, hey, Chris, like, you're starting, like, all year long, but he did, and, he also thanked the Spurs, in his welcome speech with the Clippers, but I think it's really cool that, like, if I'm zooming out, at least, one, De'Aaron Fox gets paid. Like, go get your money. As once again, there's always a difference between, as Chris Rock would say, being wealthy and being rich. And the part of his joke was like, Shaq is rich. The guy who signs Shaq's check is wealthy. And so once again here, like, what are we doing when we're rooting for, like, a dude who is essentially the worker to make less money, like, for our team? Like, go get your money. We'll figure out the contract situation with the other two guards down the line.
And on that, I have the cap projection up. This deal keeps De'Aaron Fox under contract in San Antonio until the 2029-2030 season, at which point he's estimated to be making about $61.5 million. The rounding error there is like what I make in a year, but hey. And that is a year where Dylan Harper will be a restricted free agent, and Stephon Castle will be in the first year of his rookie extension, if the Spurs extend him. Wemby will be in his second year of his, what we can only assume will be a max contract extension. So I understand where people are at with, like, oh, I don't know. Like, this sets up for 2 years from now problem. 3 years from now problem.
Funny thing is, I remember this time last year, we were in the coffee shop recording an episode talking about point guards that would be in San Antonio. We talked about De'Aaron Fox. It's just kind of crazy how full circle we're now talking about, De'Aaron Fox is going to be in San Antonio for 4 more years.
Yeah.
Solidified. No player option, no team option. We want you till he's 31. I think it makes sense. You have this guy.
No trade clause.
No trade clause.
So
I think this for just the 2 guys that we're talking about, Dylan Harper and Steph Castle, you get to look up to this guy who, since 2021, has the second most clutch points in the NBA, right behind DeMar DeRozan. We're talking the clutch player of the year in 2022, 2023. This isn't some, like, the notion that De'Aaron Fox is some slouch, or is, you get online and people are like, well, he was bad last year. I'm like, yeah, his pinky was bent in half.
Yeah.
And he still was 20 points a game, had a 60-point game with that broken finger. We're talking about an absolute hooper, alongside with Wemby, who he's never played a full season with. He's never had we could say a lot of point guards never had a Wemby next to him either. So the fact is, like, these 2 guys are going to make each other better.
Yeah, I mean, we'll say this when we come up into our season preview, in like a month's time or month and a half time or whatever, but, like, don't really know what this team is still. And so to cater to good vibes, I think there will definitely be a positive aspect from that. Like, to your point, we really haven't seen De'Aaron Fox, what he's fully capable of, being healthy, being able to see he's in a place that he wants. He got paid. He's, like, probably going to be really happy, ready to go. He knows and understands, like, what he wants his legacy to be versus what it currently is. I have a feeling that a dude who likes to game a lot has probably seen the Bleacher Report listicle that came out saying that he was one of the most overrated players in the league. So I'll call this now hot take, fellas. He's going to hit a game winner and say, overrated what? So, or like, who's overrated at some point?
Yeah, he'll have it back.
How about when we go to a game, I'll ask him, do you still feel overrated after a baller game? Do you still think people should feel overrated? And then we can really start some drama.
You know what? He is a very honest person.
Hey, I've already asked him one question. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I like the way that I still remember that first one in Austin where it was like really his first media availability with a lot of San Antonio. And he was talking about the kids don't know who fucking Taj Gibson is.
Yeah.
And that was really, really incredibly funny. When I was, prepping for the show today in the wake of this news, I was reading Dan Devine at Yahoo had a really good story, and this was a great poll from him. He's averaged over the last 6 years 24.3 points and 6.2 assists per game on 47.8% shooting. Over that span, the only other players to hit all of those numbers are Jokic, Giannis, Luka, LeBron.
Is that
Fox.
the end of the list?
That's the whole list.
I got another one for you. De'Aaron Fox, one of 2 NBA players with 11,000 points, 3,000 assists, 800 three-pointers, 700 steals since he was drafted in 2017.
Was that from Jordan?
Want to guess the other one?
It was Harden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's funny because this this talent log jam. I can't help but think of those OKC teams with Russ and Harden and KD.
The current OKC team is a log jam of talent. It's a good thing to have. When you get down into the playoffs, you want everyone on the same page. You want anywhere from 10 to 12 dudes that are ready to go. And guess what, fellas? We still have another open roster spot with us. So I'll use that to just briefly transition into our other, now I guess like second most recent signing with Lindy Waters. And got to shout out Zach on this one because he didn't throw out a name, but he definitely threw out a personality type and player. So
and I did throw out an archetype that I wanted to see on the team, and we Brian Wright, whichever camera you're watching, I appreciate you for making me look good.
I mean, shooter, right? Like scorer, bench depth. Cool to see him get a guaranteed NBA deal.
Not a lot of money, but still guaranteed.
Guaranteed money. I will always, though, think about that man on the street hall pass video. Incredible content.
Poor
if you
guy.
don't know, learn, because it's really good.
You know, those man on the streets, that might have been a rigged video. That might have been a.
Yeah. But also Lindy Waters, he's Native American from Oklahoma, and he actually runs basketball camps back in Oklahoma that are specifically for Native American hoopers and helping gain some more visibility for them. So I think that's really cool.
Super cool. I wonder if a friend of the show, Jacob Toby, will connect with him on that.
Oh yeah, he already tweeted about it
Yeah.
with that sort of thing. So I'm really interested to see where that goes.
Yeah. No, it should be. You have any other Lindy Waters thoughts, Zach?
No, you can shoot the ball. That's what we needed. That's that's it. That's it. Like it's like, dude, you know your role. That's what we needed.
Come on in.
38%
Yeah.
in the last 4 years. It's above him. That's above league average. You're never gonna hear me complain about that.
Yep.
Nice. Well, moving right along here, fellas, because I really do want to get to the fun part of this.
Right. Not that we're not having fun.
I'm having a good time, but
Right. But you want to get truly wacky.
I do, but I also want to talk about this, quick article about ESPN bringing up our off-season rankings, and the Spurs, 16th, which if you break that down, that's one of the 8 seeds in either conference. What do
The
you guys
issue
think?
is that power rankings West top heavy, or is that
It's always going to be tough.
yeah? That's the issue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's. But anyways, carry on.
But no, what do you think? What do you think? How have we done? Do you think we're right? You think that we're a little low? You think we're a little high?
Here's the thing: preseason polls, like you.
Brother, it's dog days of summer.
I'm gonna like UT today football team #1 coaches poll. Dope, congrats to them. All right, let's see what it means in 12 weeks from now, 13 weeks from now. I wanted to see what the Spurs look like on the court. What they did in the offseason, it was great. I think they shored up every hole that they needed to shore up. Big men, got 2 of them. One can shoot. Both are very exactly what you need. You re-signed De'Aaron. Wemby's back healthy. Jeremy's shooting with 2 hands. Devin looks like he's killing it. I saw videos of Keldon Johnson shooting corner threes. Shot 28% there last year. We need to get that up, bud. And then, you see what you're supposed to see. Steph Castle with the guard whisperer. Carter Bryant almost killed somebody at the guard whisperer the other day.
Jesus Christ, dude. I legit, when I saw that video of him jumping outside the key, basically, and I was just like, is he going to thrunk it in? And
Yeah,
he just keeps going and dunks it. I was like, Carter Bryant, I am clearly still unfamiliar with your game.
Vicious dunk.
These kids are bouncy as hell, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
so I just think the Spurs did what they were supposed to do. They didn't swing. I mean, they could have gone and tried to get Kevin Durant, which they supposedly did. Whatever you believe, whatever rumor you believe.
Brian Wright has a cell phone. We've been saying this for years.
They didn't do that. They stayed pat, and they wanted to see what they had. And I think they have a great team coming in next year. Do I think it's 16? I think they end up. To be honest, I wrote on this. I think they end up around the 12th best team in the league by season end.
That's the interesting number, because if I think about, is this team going to be a top 6 team? Are they going to have a guaranteed playoff spot? And maybe not on there. They're gonna. I think they're going to be between that 6th seed and the.
Yeah, and that's like those games are always like 2 to 3. We're not talking like a massive separation of
Right.
losses and wins. We're talking like a game or 2.
Right.
So,
but if they get a top 6 seed in the West, to me that means they're a top 10 team in the league.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that because of the stuff that you mentioned, Zach, they took a chronic and debilitating weak point for them last year at the backup center and added two Celtics legends in Kelly Olynyk and Luke Cornett, who are going to bring a lot to that, front court that was
just
real challenge last year, especially toward the end of the year, like when stuff got real bad, like
poor Sohan got put at the 5 a few times.
Love Bismack Biyombo.
Tried his ass off.
But like
Charles Bassey couldn't even get on the court.
If your center is 6'8" in the NBA, like an
old 6'8"
problem.
Too.
It's it was rough days for sure.
But so you do that, you get Fox, Wemby healthy with a full off season,
some weight on him,
and yeah, I'm excited for the top end, but I'm also really excited for the role players around them to define and hammer out their roles.
Yeah, I mean the lineups with the moves that they've made this offseason are much more dynamic than they've been in years, and I think it's definitely a more modernized lineup that they have, being able to can go double big with either Olynyk or Cornett. You can still go small with those dudes. Now Jeremy has played the 5 if that's really what they want to do. I also think that there's going to be this weird small ball lineup, but Wemby is still going to be on the court with them. So
it's going to throw out the numbers are going to be so skewed. It's like they're going to try to go small, and then 7'5" is going to be back there, and it's going to throw the whole average off.
Yeah. Well, I also think
fuck no, we wanted it to be under 6 foot.
We know that we've shored up the back end, but gotta understand that Wemby is so good, and the plan is for him to be so good that the backup center numbers are always going to be skewed with that. This is kind of something especially when Joel Embiid was playing healthy, could have a decent backup big, but you're backing up a Joel Embiid who's crushing it. So
let me ask, do you think the fact that they have 2 of these guys now, does that, with Wemby coming off the blood clot, they're going to ease him back. They're probably not going to put him at 36 minutes a game like he was doing at the beginning of the season last year. I think we'll see do you think we'll see Wemby at the 4 with these guys?
I don't know if there are going to be positions. If you want to call it the 4, sure, go ahead. But
Wemby will be the 5. But is Luke Cornett technically the 4, or Kelly Olynyk going to be your 4? I mean, because that can't happen. He plays the 4.
It's too. I think your question has kind of 2 different answers between being on offense and defense. I think Wemby will probably play out on the wing. I think,
right,
as we talked about ad nauseum, you'll see this 5-out offense with them. And there will probably still be some pick and roll to that, but there will be more pick for spacing. There will be more, hopefully, back cuts. I mean, look at Carter Bryant's tape. The dude can just be a demon on defense. But then you switch it over to defense, they're probably always going to put the 7'5" guy, closest to the rim,
right,
to protect that. I mean, I don't. There might be times where Wemby is in the huddle and let me get the guy at the point of attack, but that's,
so I
geometrically not very smart.
I think that one of the few situations where we might see a double big setup with Wemby potentially playing the 4 is if there's a center matchup, a guy like Jokic, guy like Embiid, physical bruiser, tough on the knees, we might see situations where they're okay, Cornett's going to come in and eat some minutes and some body there. And on the flip side of it, if you want to keep the offense sort of 5-outy, just let Vic run some pick and rolls real quick.
Put him at the 1.
Yeah, no, for real.
He's going to bring up the ball
right,
when De'Aaron Fox is on the court, when Dylan Harper's on the court, with Stephon,
What combo of 4 and 5 is going to be stopping that on a regular basis?
I think there are matchups.
Yeah, like a Wemby Cornett pick and roll.
I think there are matchups where other teams will put a smaller guy on Victor to initially
what the Rockets did.
And the Spurs will throw another big on there, and they'll run a 4-5 pick and roll and get the big out in space who has to guard our technically 5 who they're trying to hide him on, and really either because we know Luke Cornett is a big body and can use his weight. Same with Kelly Olynyk, where it's like, okay, we're just gonna switch this and let Victor be the playmaker out of this. Have a big man on him and let one of these meteor big men go eat this wing player that they think they can get by on.
I mean, probably the top 2 teams in the West, though, with the Rockets and Thunder, can answer that. I mean, you can answer that type of pick and roll on their end with having KD and Amin Thompson being on that switch. You can answer that in OKC, even if you wanted to have Jalen Williams be in that initiation spot.
The good thing is
you try to attack him, and then you got like either Hardenstein on the back end or you got Chet. Not saying that there won't be times where it's still devastating, but if we're talking about the teams out there that I think right off rip thinking about that can combat that, I put the 2 top teams in the West.
Which is fine with me because you're talking the 2 best teams probably in the NBA that have that will be set for that. There's still 28, 29 teams that have to worry about these things, and so like that's just the way I look. I don't know. There's just
I don't think the Lakers can. Maybe the Mavs with their also a long and lengthy team.
They try to do a Rudy and they put Vanderbilt or who other guy on Minnesota. They try to put the wing on him, but then you can just pick and roll Rudy and then make Rudy be the perimeter defender.
Speaking of the Timberwolves, I actually tweeted about this earlier. I don't know if y'all saw this, but apparently ranchers now are playing the yelling scene from the Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson movie Marriage Story. Them yelling is actually helping scare wolves away from ranches. And I just want to make a petition that we as Spurs fans, when the Timberwolves come to town, maybe we should also play that yelling scene.
Okay.
To see if it scares Anthony Edwards.
Well, we'll ask Jacob because he'll have more of an upfront somebody that can we can get to.
I mean, maybe. I'm just
he
saying. He
sits next to the sound guy.
Yeah, but like we could also just make this a fan experience,
When you said the yelling scene, my brain went to the guy who like sings like with his like video of him is like superimposed over the mountain. It's like ah! You know?
This is the one
where
Adam Driver hits the wall.
Every day I wake up!
Yeah. We could just see if that scares Timberwolves players.
Okay.
That could work.
Okay.
That could work.
I'm just saying it works for real wolves. Maybe it works for them. But
speaking of the cinema,
we'll go into this. Yes.
Yeah. Should we tee up our next segment?
Yes.
Or yeah.
I would love to. So, as Tom has said before, we're in a little bit of the dog days of summer in regards to the NBA season. And I've been wanting to do this idea for about a year now. And basically, the premise for all of us is we're going to pitch our Spurs movie. We're going to pitch the director, the title. We're going to vote on it, too, like if we would buy it, that sort of thing. So we're going to treat this, along with Trevor here, our lovely producer, we're going to treat this like a real movie pitch. So if anybody out there in YouTube land or podcast land hears is like, those fellas are onto something, we'll start writing a spec script.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, we're going to really try to expand the horizons of what's possible within the sports cinema. And I think we're going to kick off. So, Zach, you're going to start us off with your pitch.
Okay.
You got to have a title,
I got
a director, and actors associated with it. Because we want to invest in you. We want to invest. So you got to have these ideas ready. So Zach, pitch, myself, Tom and Trevor, your Spurs movie. We're
All right.
ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Well,
It's a hilarious question to ask after he says, we're ready.
Well, now I'm not, actually.
Yeah. Give me
Spurs
a
Nation,
minute.
are you ready? Sorry, AB, had to
Got his ass.
had to take your line.
Zing!
All right. The director of the film is me.
Wow.
I don't know about
Directorial
investing in this
debut?
bit, but I like the hood spot.
This is my movie. I run the show around here. I'm making up a fantasy whatever. So I'm running it. It's called the Maestro, the Rise of the Point Guard.
The Maestro?
Maestro, whatever you want to call it. just live with me, all right?
Look.
The movie pitch.
I'm just asking
The movie
questions.
pitch is he wasn't supposed to run the show, but he changed the whole damn playbook.
Okay.
Okay. Rewind back to 1999, 2000, 2001. Tony Parker flies over from France, has a terrible first training with the Spurs. It's very noted that happened. In my movie, he doesn't get drafted. Tony Parker is not on the Spurs.
Undrafted completely.
Just is a DJ in France.
Really?
Wow.
Turns into a DJ.
See, I would kind of watch that.
you know that's gonna be a wild boy right there.
The Tony Parker DJ movie?
In this cinematic universe, is it like teeing him up as like, you know?
He's just a DJ.
Tom, we'll get into further IP after.
Okay. Sorry, I'm already pitching sequels.
He's just a DJ. Tony Parker is not relevant in this story at all.
In the SCU, the Spurs Cinematic Universe.
Tony Parker is basically like Diplo of France. He's just not around.
He's already the Diplo of France.
If you say he's the Diplo of France and he's not around, Diplo is everywhere.
You're not listening. He's not on the Spurs.
Well, yes.
He made his own mark somewhere else.
Okay.
But that's not part of the movie.
My bad.
Okay. Okay, my pitch is that Manu Ginobili ended up being the point guard of the future and ended up changing the way the NBA looks at point guards, which is the way they look at him now. 6'6", 220-ish, can handle the ball, can shoot the three, can get to the lane. I'm almost describing somebody that the Spurs just drafted.
Left-handed.
Left-handed. Beautiful head of hair. Fabio is who is running his acting for Manu in this one.
You want to have Fabio as
Great hair.
Ginobili?
Great hair, because we're just worried about the hair. This is prime Manu with the
Are
hair.
you getting prime Fabio?
Yeah, prime hair, the gray hair. Or we could do someone you mentioned, Adam Driver, who kind of has a big nose and kind of tall like Manu and can kind of pull the hair off.
So when you said rewind, you also meant literally space and time.
Yes.
Okay.
We're living in 2001 at this point.
Oh, okay.
This movie takes place in 2001.
And we are also there in that year.
But
Yes.
we're also getting
Physically.
2001 Fabio.
Yes.
Okay.
Luscious hair.
Or if we modernize it, we add Adam Driver.
Sure, however you want to go about it.
And you're directing this.
I am.
Okay.
So I am.
So we got an alternate reality.
I am 8 at the time if I'm directing it. The youngest director of all time.
See, this is why probably you should modernize this. I'm just
Okay,
getting
I'll
studio notes back.
Okay, I'll modernize it. Adam Driver is in the driver's seat.
Look, this is an F1. If I'm gonna invest my studio money into your movie,
You gotta let me finish the movie.
Well,
I'm getting interrupted. I told you my actors. I'm getting laughed at.
I thought you were done with the pitch.
Well, sure, I'm done. It's over. Party's over. There is a whole. I'm saying from 2003 to 2009 that Manu Ginobili puts together the movie pitches the best run in NBA history.
See, my thinking is why do we need to fictionalize this? Because he did that in real life.
I do see this, but there are things that can be added to this.
You want to spice it up?
Yeah, like he's the guy. Him and Tim Duncan are like the guys.
I think,
and he modernized the game. The point I'm saying is the film is just, basically the film is that stretch of years. And then, of course, he put together such a run that, like, you don't need to report on the back end of his career. But in his prime, we're talking about the greatest of all time. 25 and 11 and 7 in the NBA Finals in 2005. Finals MVP, Olympic champion, finals. They don't stop winning.
I like the concept.
All right.
But I've got some tweaks. Okay, so either we go the documentary route.
That's what I'm saying. This is a doc.
We go the full documentary route with Tony Parker doing what he did in real life. Or
no.
If we go the alternate timeline, right? Then I need Tony Parker, like, he needs to be evil in some way. He needs to be like Manu's nemesis.
I am
or
gonna
like
ask,
drafted to the Charlotte Hornets or something.
I am going to ask, what is the source of tension here if he's so successful?
There is no tension. This is a feel-good movie.
Even in feel-good movies, you have to have a source of tension.
Look,
it's part of the climax of it. It can't just climb.
Sometimes autobiographies, they just win the whole time.
There's no autobiography where anyone's ever won the whole time.
Sometimes you got to be different.
So this is the game-changing.
This is why he's the greatest of all time. That's the whole point.
So this. If I'm hearing this correctly.
Yes.
This is a documentary.
Yes, of the greatest basketball player of all time.
But it's a documentary where Adam Driver plays Manu Ginobili. Is this like one of those Lonely Island documentaries?
No, Tony Parker is a DJ.
This is like
who we don't talk about at all.
This is a Netflix documentary they have a remake.
We can't do extended universe stuff until we figure this out.
This is stay in the bubble.
I don't know if this is the kind of thing that would get a sequel or even get produced.
I just want to promote the best player of all time. That's all I want to do.
This is a propaganda film.
That's all it is. This is
I love it.
We're Russian media for the Spurs. I'm Russian media for Manu Ginobili.
Well, it's funny that you said that because that's sort of what I'm thinking with mine. But let's close the book or the screenplay if you will
what's your
on
last
yours.
Question?
I don't know. You want to make this movie? Or you unconvinced? Or are you convinced?
If you don't want to see luscious long hair, Euro steps, behind the bag passes, if you don't want to watch a great highlight film, then don't bother. That's fine. That's between you and you. But I think the people in the world. The young generation that didn't get to see how blessed we were to watch the greatest of all time play basketball. I think this would be, this would change minds.
I'll do real Manu peak biopic or fake Tony Parker like DJ. Alternate timeline DJ. But I want the Tony Parker stuff. I want Tony Parker's life if he got hit by that piece of glass. And it was never the same,
Yeah. I blame Drake on that one.
Yeah, and Chris Brown.
I am just still confused on if this is a documentary or if it's a fictionalized movie.
This is, before...
It's a documentary, but we're taking creative liberties.
Right, yeah, sometimes... What if we don't have...
So is Adam Driver not in it?
Adam Driver will be part of it.
As what?
Scaring the wolves away.
Well, that's a whole different movie universe.
Well, we can bring the whole universe in. Who says that movies don't coexist?
All right, I think I'm out on it.
Now you've actually got me there. Now he's thinking like a businessman.
Okay.
I'm greenlighting this shit because he's figuring out ways to do cross-sectional IP. All right.
See?
Okay.
Bringing more fans in.
Look, I was not going to until that.
That's fine. That's all.
That's how you sell a movie right now.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I guess, is there a special popcorn bucket? I'm kidding. It's obviously a basketball hoop.
No, the popcorn bucket is, to Zach's point, his head with his long, luscious locks.
The luscious locks
and the hair is not plastic. It's real hair that you pull. Yeah.
It's luscious locks. The best locks you've ever seen, actually.
Yeah.
Shines, wets it before the game. Just looks perfect.
Why are you talking to me when you say it like that?
Hey, I'm losing my hair too. Don't worry.
Whoa. I cut mine, okay? That's what this is.
Hey,
Not losing it.
I'm just having a conversation. That's it.
I still have it's right here.
I'm just having a
It's
conversation.
really short.
I'm just having a conversation.
You're obviously losing your hair.
I know I am. You don't,
But,
need,
like-
you don't need to make it obvious anymore.
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
No,
You said it.
I'll double down. I'm losing my hair.
Well, I'm so happy for you. It's better this way.
Are you greenlighting this film? Or
Am I going 2 for 2? Manu Ginobili, best player of all time.
If
The maestro.
I'm gonna go along with it, and then if it
We can
reaches
have
a number,
prequel with Tony Parker's DJ career.
Now I'm in. Okay, cool.
see, you just got to know your audience and how to sell it. You
See,
know,
that's
like,
it.
He got me.
See,
What can I say?
we can lead into like this guy was the greatest French prodigy of all time, and then
But what if he wasn't?
and then he took Molly, and then he started DJing.
He took a pill in Ibiza, and everything was different.
So, do you want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I'll go off of
Okay.
Okay, so
All right, Tom.
'Cause I
This
have-
is your movie pitch.
all right. So I want Soderbergh to do it.
I love that. That's great. That's
Okay.
a great pick.
This is a taking some liberties based on true events.
Okay.
Greg Popovich spy thriller.
I love it.
Mm.
Man,
I'm already in.
Yeah.
First scene, we're starting Air Force Academy, 1970. Post Apollo Cold War, you know?
Okay.
He's like, you know, a class away from getting his prop and wings. And he's giving a presentation on like Russian soft power, you know. Everybody in the room is in a uniform except for some random suit in the corner. And, you know, end of the presentation, the suit asks a question that showed he was paying attention. And he asks a follow-up question that lets him know that he knows who you are, which was the captain of the Falcons basketball team. And, you know, after the class is dismissing, he introduces himself as with the Armed Forces basketball team. And Pop was like, really? And the guy's like, sure, yeah. And basically approaches him and recruits him to the CIA. And, you know, the cadet is hesitant, you know, not really sure what he wants to do. He's thinking about being a pilot, right? So he goes to his graduation ceremony, diploma in hand. Everybody throws their graduation caps high into the sky. Everybody except the guy standing next to him, who threw it straight up into his eye, leaving him with an injury that would like limit his ability to fly, right? And then from there we have Greg Popovich. You know, he puts his diploma up, reveals the name, title card, boom.
What is the title?
I don't know yet. I'm workshopping still.
What's the needle drop? 1970s, so you can play
Yeah.
with a very tasteful palette. You can
Yeah,
also
yeah.
do right after Summer 69, Summer of Love.
Yep.
There's a lot of music here.
And
It's
that's
going to cost a lot.
that's going to be the thing, because Greg Popovich in his yearbook, it's a fascinating little like passage that, you know, he wrote, and it was like, you know, future plans include happiness, right? So what I'm picturing is like basically this very you know, not necessarily humanitarian, but like a somebody who believes that like every human being has dignity, and you know, everything can be worked together, right? And like he's basically, while he's traveling with the basketball team, which he did in real life, he's completing little missions to help make sure that the Cold War never becomes hot. And so, yeah, we're just doing that whole thing. And then...
So he's a spy, but he believes in the dignity of every human being. So
Except for the bad ones.
Okay.
And those he's got to kill.
Okay, so
You know-
he is killing people.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pop is killing people.
Is this like, are there any references that you would be using? Like, you know, are we looking at Bond, Bourne, John Wick? Like,
so it's gonna be more like you know, like a fountain pen that like you know pricks somebody with a thing, or like you know, you got to get into that data center and figure this out.
His briefcase has a gun in it.
Right.
Things like that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you have more to pitch, or can we start asking questions?
Need water?
Yeah. Give me questions.
What do you got first, Zach?
I mean, it sounds like my type of movie.
Yeah, but you got questions still, don't you?
You know, I don't question greatness. It sounds like Tom's put a lot of thought in this. I don't question Greg Popovich ever either. So if Greg feels he needs to kill away, my boy.
I love that.
I was gonna ask who's playing Greg Popovich in this movie.
Clooney. We're doing Clooney.
Clooney.
Yeah. But we're gonna de-age him, but he's also just gonna be regular.
I feel like De Niro would be a nice pick.
This is gonna be a young Popovich.
Okay.
So I've gotta think about this.
So we gotta put some money towards de-aging technology like Robert De Niro
We'll
and The
just
Irishman.
no. We'll just give George Clooney a bunch of plastic surgery, so he can look like a young
Wouldn't be the
Greg
first time.
Popovich.
Wouldn't be the
Okay.
first time you-
I want to get Pop on board with this, so I'm saying Clooney.
Okay.
I'll just be upfront. I'm a green light this because a movie with Popovich killing people sounds pretty sick to me.
And to be clear, like, I didn't really think about the him killing people part until you asked me. It was a good question. He doesn't have to.
No.
It could be
No.
all. It could be. But
No. This is like a superhero movie that's PG-13. Boring.
no.
Boring. We want to see some.
Maybe
see some gore.
maybe he does a mission, right? And he doesn't know that it's gonna kill somebody,
Oh, this is,
right?
No,
But then he like realizes that he facilitated an
I'm
assassination.
gonna red flag it. I'm gonna red flag it if this is the way it's gonna go.
No.
We need Savage Pop for the U.S. for like the CIA. That'd be sick.
I think
He has a mustache too. Yeah. Let's
Yeah. Oh
lock
yeah.
it in.
Big time.
Lock
It's
it
gonna
in.
be. It's
I'm
gonna
in.
be a big time mustache
I'm
thing.
So is this rated R or PG-13?
Oh, R for sure.
Yeah. So we're killing people.
Maybe we're just cursing a lot.
Or at least cursing.
Yeah. We're cursing a lot.
So boring.
Like, no, did they kill anybody in Oceans? No.
Discreetly.
You don't gotta kill people to make it interesting.
Maybe like Deadpool. You know.
It's not gonna be like fucking Deadpool, dude.
That's boring.
So he had,
I don't want to see it. I'm gonna red list it. So
right.
This is not going on my list.
Whatever, man. What about post-credit scene, and there's like a 7'1" naval officer. Boom. It's David Robinson sequel.
Once again, David Robinson's movie could be PG, no problem, because that's how
David would be even more vanilla than Pop.
that would be rated G.
who
Yeah.
is in this cutscene, you know, like, so there's a little bit of a Marvel sense to this, waiting past the credits and whatnot. So who's playing David Robinson?
Oh man, who's got shoulders like that? Fucking nobody.
You got to get D-Rob and make him young.
Yeah, we're also gonna de-age D-Rob.
Okay.
Easy.
I will greenlight this. We got some logistics to work.
Yeah, my issue is
Figure it out later.
I feel like it sells if Popovich is putting someone in a chokehold, wrestling Russians.
No,
that sells.
It's gonna be more moral and ethical dilemmas.
That sells.
Maybe
Pop going against the Russians
I'm not
in the
gonna
70s.
lie. This sounding like it would involve multiple missions in basketball games. This might actually be a TV series
Oh,
okay.
okay.
on a prestige network.
Yeah.
Yeah,
HBO, hopefully,
yeah. Well, Zach definitely wants it on HBO
Right.
because that
For
means
sure.
we get some real action.
in
Dude.
multiple ways.
No, grow up. I'm talking. talking a little bit of
I'm red lighting it. I'm kidding.
boring.
We'll still make the movie.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all my movie pitch.
Yeah, please.
All right, the title Rodman. All right?
Okay.
Mainly because Bad As I Want to Be is already licensed on his book, and there has been a TV movie made about that book. So we're just going to call it Rodman. It's an iconic name. It's a 90s cultural icon. And what I want to do here is I want to have it directed by Adam McKay.
Okay.
All right?
Like it.
Known for doing some political satire, known for doing comedies. Also was one of the producers, and I'm not sure if he show ran, but he had a pretty big hand in Winning Time, the HBO show about the Los Angeles Lakers. So the dude knows how to shoot basketball scenes. Super important.
On rollerblades.
On rollerblades, absolutely. So I would have Adam McKay do Rodman.
Okay.
And what we have here is, yes, it's a biopic. It would be done similar veins of we're not trying to talk about Dennis Rodman's entire life. We're trying to talk about this window into his life.
Okay.
And so the window we're looking at is the time when he was traded to the San Antonio Spurs after being with the Detroit Pistons. And it's fascinating when you read into it further because he had just gotten a divorce from his wife after being
Is that Carmen Electra?
No.
No.
Then his mentor Chuck Daly, who is the one who got the most out of him in Detroit, retired, feeling a bit like a lost wandering soul. He gets traded to San Antonio, and showing that it's a clash of styles between him and the culture of the Spurs, showing that I want to be able to have someone, and I think Adam McKay does a pretty good job at this, at being able to empathize with both sides of an argument, but then just knowing that this is a clashing of styles here. And so some things that I'd want to highlight on this is just Dennis being, forlorn, the ways that he then wants to rebel, which leads to him coloring his hair. We'll make especially the lime green, just imagine this. One day we just see a big argument between him and Pop and Brian Hill, and he storms out, cuts a black. He's like, I'm going to do things my way. And then we have the camera come from behind and light up ever so slightly as the lime green comes onto it, showing his hair color. You have flashing lights above. He's in the middle of the arena. Everybody is seeing his new hair for the first time. A couple other things that we could talk about.
You get the hokey announcers. Well, Jim, I've never seen anything like this before.
Exactly.
Yep. In the NBA, lime green hair.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman has really done
somebody. I saw somebody doing a bit. Why do sports announcers always talk like this?
Yeah, and you get.
You can ask Jacob Toby that.
And he starts getting his tattoos, and basically kind of showing what is it about the San Antonio is quote unquote lame, which San Antonio, I think it's a great city. But what is it about that clashed with Dennis Rodman? What is it about David Robinson, Sean Elliott clashing with him? And there's a lot of really fun stuff that we can do here.
Was he dating Madonna when he was in town?
Yes. So we can have Julia Gardner playing Madonna. She calls the front office. She's calling Greg Popovich to find him. Cut to Dennis Rodman is on I-10 on his motorcycle by himself. We'll get those West Texas plains on your way out to Marfa. And he crashes his bike because he had a bike crash. But there was a time during this time where Dennis could not be found and Madonna didn't know where he was. There's plenty of stories to mine from this time.
Give me Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
In that role.
Yep, we could definitely do Sabrina Carpenter.
I feel like she would do a kick-ass Madonna.
So, who I have for my Dennis Rodman here, very controversial pick, but if this was to be his eventual comeback tour, Jonathan Majors. If Jonathan Majors is not available...
I think I'm going to have to red flag that one right away.
Canceled, and for good reason, and also...
That's why I said a comeback tour.
But did Dennis Rodman ever wear one of those goofy fucking hats? Because I don't think there's going to be an opportunity for Jonathan Majors to wear one of those goofy fucking hats in this film, and I think that's in his contract.
Guess what? I already have a backup.
Okay.
Tyler, the Creator.
That would be hilarious.
Okay,
yes.
we could do that.
Yeah.
I think Tyler the Creator could pull this off.
Put him
Trevor
on.
likes that one.
Put him on the Marvel like superhero diet, whatever.
Yeah.
Pump him full of HGH.
You know, he's never done drugs or drinks, so yeah, do it. He'll be ready to go.
HGH doesn't count.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying he'd be ready to go. He's prime.
Right.
So put him in Tyler the Creator. I would put Patrick Fabian from Better Call Saul. He played Howard, the lawyer on that. And Patrick Fabian in that show did a really good job of first being the antagonist, and then as the series went on, you kind of like saw more of his humanity. So I think he can play Greg Popovich, who will eventually first come into this as more the antagonist to Dennis Rodman, being like, you got to do this, this is Spurs way, yada yada. But as the movie progresses, you're able to like see, well, he clearly has a point. Dennis has a point. This is just a clashing of styles. If Patrick Fabian is not a big enough name, I say we go after Glenn Powell as a young Greg Popovich. And then lastly...
you said Glenn Powell?
Yeah.
As a young Greg Popovich?
Yeah.
We're trying to make Greg look fantastic.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it greenlit, fellas.
Absolutely.
Like,
Coach, if you're listening.
you're saying Sabrina Carpenter.
Coach, you'd be cock teasing looking good.
Glenn Powell, Tyler the Creator. And then we need a really good straight man who is also going to be someone that's like has done a great job of getting beat up in movies before. I say we cast Jason Bateman as Brian Hill.
I can do Jason Bateman, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good cast.
Yeah,
I
what
like
do you
this.
guys think? You guys buying this movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Spurs related. Greg Popovich should be looking good, so it's all good.
Rodman's box office, dude. Always has been, always will be.
I think at the end, we, like the main part of it is the Spurs, and then we end on him marrying himself.
Yes.
I'm in.
I love that. That's a great final scene. It's him coming to peace with everything.
Yeah. So, wow, everybody's greenlit. So I have one more, because we did invite a friend to come on the show, and Isaac Levi Rebinet. He works for The Ringer, lives here in Austin. And I texted him last week, and he's on vacation with his wife. I hope he's having a great time. And I was like, Isaac, like, who would you make your Spurs movie about? And he, like a good company man that he is, sent me a Ringer article written from the perspective of the Bat. Now, he taught, and in that article it talks about like the incident with Manu and the Bat, and then how that changed the Bat's life and like really ruined it. He did not give me a director or actor, so I just want to leave it to you guys. Who do y'all think should play the Bat? Who should play Manu in this scenario?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, okay.
Give him another Bat-related role.
Okay.
He excels in those, and this is going to be a weird fucking movie.
He
so
would crush it.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring back Adam Driver for Manu?
Yeah, we should bring back Adam Driver. Yeah, we should bring back Adam. Adam will play a lot of Manu roles in his life, and this will be added to the list. Adam, you're our resident Manu.
I love it. I have, when we were having this conversation, it reminded me of one of the best things I've ever written in my whole life.
Okay.
It's a news story. It could be a movie because it's incredibly ridiculous because it's not real, because I made it up. It was around the time when like the Apple Time Kawhi story created that like avalanche of memes of his odd behavior that was not real. And so I wrote this out and just like took a screenshot of a Word doc and said, wow, now we know why the relationship of trust broke down between the Spurs and Kawhi, and I attributed it to Woj, which was a hilarious thing to do. Thanks for not blowing me up for that, Woj. In Kawhi's pre-draft interview with the Spurs, Greg Popovich asked Kawhi what things were important to him in terms of fit with a new team. Leonard said nothing about basketball, money, or market. Quote, there has to be good surfing or I'm not going, Leonard said. Are there waves in San Antonio like the ones in San Diego? Pop laughed and told him he'd help him find some oceanfront property. After the draft, Popovich realized that Kawhi was 100% serious as he kept asking to go to the beach. Obviously, there are no beaches in Central Texas, but the organization went to great lengths to convince Leonard otherwise. Multiple sources confirmed that the Spurs built a massive Truman Show-style habitat for Kawhi, complete with a simulated ocean. They even borrowed several dolphins and other marine life from nearby SeaWorld. It actually worked until Leonard went to New York to rehab his quad. That's when then Lakers executive Magic Johnson showed him a map of the United States. This completely shattered Leonard's trust in the organization, and he requested a trade to Los Angeles immediately.
I like that. Who we got playing Kawhi?
That's a good question.
Someone that could be... Oh, I got it. I got an idea. You got to bulk him up, obviously, but Lakeith Stanfield.
That would be really funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll always go back to the comments on that one because there were a whole bunch of people being like, "Man, what a weird guy. You know, how did he not know that?" And somebody asked what was happening with the property now. I said DeMar DeRozan's living in it. Somebody was like, "Isn't that tampering that Magic Johnson did that?" I was like, technically, you know, like the Spurs made that case, but the league was like, showing a guy a map of the United States can't be tampering.
Not at this point, no.
I would also watch that one. That would be.
Well, we've come to the end. Thank y'all for sitting through this really silly idea I had. I enjoyed everybody's submissions. Truly.
You don't have to hit me to make me feel better. I got greenlit. I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
we're Netflix doc.
We got you.
We're Netflix docs, the best docs of all time.
But we'll be back in 2 weeks. By then, we'll actually have the schedule released. I believe August 14th is when it comes out. And you know what? I'd really like to take some viewer and listener questions. So in the comments of this, drop a question that you'd like us to have answered in the next 2 weeks. It can really be about whatever. Last year when we did this, we talked about who was the Ninja Turtles on the Spurs. So I'd love some silly questions to answer on top of schedule analysis. So before we dip, Tom, what do you guys say?
Shouts to my guy Bubba Wallace, winning at Indy, kissing the bricks. Punch his ticket to the NASCAR playoffs, maybe. See you at the Charlotte Roval in October. Go Spurs, go. Silver and Black Coffee Hour. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. What else?
We could throw it to Zach.
Yeah.
Zach, what do you got to say before you're going to go train for your triathlon?
You know, dog days of summer are almost over. You can look, the light is there's a bright light to my left right here. And just use that as, the light is at the end of the tunnel. You know, we're close. Football is close. Euro basketball is close. We got basketball, NBA basketball right there. College. I mean, it's been rough the last few days, but we're back soon.
Hey, enjoy the relaxation while you have it. You'll be inundated when you're there. So, I hope everybody has a great summer, and we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Peace.
Oh wow! Don't sit out the episode.